guys, it's Adria, and today we are going to explore the inside of my 6-year-old brain. Yeah, as weird as that probably just sounded, we are literally going to see what I was like as a 6-year-old child. And for those of you who think that was probably only like a few years ago, that was actually like 14, 15 years ago. Ew, I feel very old. Yeah. So this is my little journal from when I was 6. It's just like a little drawing book because like most 6-year-olds, I love to draw. I still love to draw. So my mother got me this, or my grandmother, I don't know, one of them got this for me, so I could express myself daily. I think it's for 2 years it goes on, but I actually didn't do the second year. I only did the first, so I don't really know what happened after that. Maybe I like lost it or something. But my grandmom just recently sent this to me just because she found it because she was moving. So let's see what I was like when I was 6. And just a disclaimer, I feel like this book reveals a lot of my daddy issues that I had as a child. Like, it's so funny how much like I expressed in this book. You'll see. Alright, we're gonna go through it. My days, my pictures. A daily drawing journal for 4 to 6-year-olds. Maybe I didn't do the next year because I was 7 and I was like, oh, I'm too old for that. That would be my guess. Look at that. Look how I wrote my name. So cute. This is me. Yep, not much has changed, has it? This is my house. That is literally, without a word of a lie, exactly what my house looked like. Like, I wish I had a picture of my old townhouse because it looked just like this. If I can find one, I'll put it in here. But if not, whatever. This is my mom! I can write her name like this. My mom's name is Jill. That's not too bad for a 5, 6-year-old. That's decent, I think. This is my dad. I can write his name like this. I'm just gonna go and skip to the funny ones because we could be here all day looking at pictures of my siblings and my mom and my dad and whatever. Aw, this one's cute. The pets that live at my house look like this. I had a turtle named Grumpy and then 2 hermit crabs named Hermie and Shelly. Aren't they cute? Grumpy had a very tragic death, which I would rather not discuss. Actually, we just forgot to feed him, and yeah, nature took its course. It was very sad. I was really young when I had Grumpy though, so these are my favorite shoes. And you know what's funny? I looked at this and instantly I knew exactly what pair of shoes that was. I had like these little leather slide-in shoes that I just wore the crap out of, and nowadays they would look like so tacky and like grandma-y, but you know, it was a different time back then. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa, radical man, look at that. That watering can is on point. I mean, I don't know about you, but on this page you can draw anything you want. I wanted a dog so bad, and you know what's funny is now I don't want a dog. Like, I could live without ever really having a dog. I mean, I like dogs, you know, like if I see one walking down the street, I'll be like, oh, a dog, but like, it just, things change, man. And my mom always told me, she's like, there's gonna come a day where you're not gonna want a dog, because when I was growing up, I was like, I don't want any kids. I just want to have like 5 dogs, and she was like, yeah, you're gonna change your mind about that, trust me. And I was like, no, I will not. But listen to your mom, she's always right. Okay, this is pretty creepy. I can draw a tree like this. You see that tree, that face? It's like something like out of The Exorcist or something. It's kind of freaky. Oh, those flowers are cute. What I like to do outside in the winter, build a snowman. Look at our freaking feet, man. Like, what, they're like curled behind us in such a non-anatomically correct way. That snowman's not too bad though for a 6-year-old. I'm guessing that's my brother. My parents love it when I brush my teeth. Yeah, pretty much. Look at all the detail though. Like, I'm amazed at how like detail oriented I was even back then. Like nowadays, like even when I draw a picture, like I pay attention to every single little detail, and really not even in drawing, in anything I do. I'm very detail oriented. I think that's one of my like good traits. I should like say that in job interviews and such, but I always pay attention to every detail, and if it's not how I like it, I'll like redo it. So yeah, what the... Okay, so I really had to think about this one. My parents hate it when I guess if you saw the video of me with my brother in the car answering your guys' questions, he said that I like to act like a dog when I was a child, and yes, that was true. I did act like a dog. So my mom hated it when I would act like a dog and I would growl at my little sisters because they were young. Like if I was 6, they were only like 2 years old. So that would freak anybody out. I feel like I would get freaked out if a little 6-year-old was like growling at me. So yeah, my mom did not like it when I did that. And this is what they say: don't bark at your sisters, please. Then this is just a bunch of shape pages drawing shapes. It's not very... Whoa, I went ham with that rectangle, man. Diamond, star. Ew, that star is lacking. Aw, that's my Nana. Again with the detail orientedness. These were little yellow bowls that she would always put Cocoa Puffs in for my little sisters. Like, I remember them too. They were like little yellow like Cheerio bowls. And yeah. And then these were their little sippy cups, I guess, with like chocolate milk in it. I don't know. And she would always be in her bare feet. Like it all came back to me like looking at these drawings. At first I was like, what is that? And then I really had to think about it, and I was like, oh. So yeah, it pays off to be detail oriented because with things like this, you can look back and like remember it very well. So this cracked me up. This is my grandpa. I never had a grandpa on either side. I mean, obviously I had to have eventually, but I never knew either of them ever. Sometimes I'm afraid of. Yeah. No one will probably know what I'm talking about, but there was this commercial on Nickelodeon, I believe. And all I remember from it, maybe it was like a promo, like, I don't know, but there was this giant person in like an ostrich costume, because it wasn't a real ostrich, it was like a person in an ostrich costume, like chasing these little kids around, and they like went all like down the street and through like a playground. It was the scariest, like the fact that I still remember it like 15 years later, and nobody probably knows what I'm talking about, but if one person could remember this, like, I feel like I'm crazy. Like, I feel like this didn't actually happen and I'm just like seeing things in my head, but I remember seeing it on the TV and like hiding behind my couch and being like, no, no, no. And I think I only saw it once too. So yeah, it scarred me right here. So thanks a lot, Nickelodeon. This is what I want to do when I grow up. I wanted to be a veterinarian so bad, but now I'm just like, no, I don't want to like see animals like puking and giving birth and all that crap. Like, I can draw a pretty Valentine. On Valentine's Day, I like to eat. Yeah, see, this was on Valentine's Day. I don't know if you're paying attention to the date up here. I haven't really paid much attention to it. One time I accidentally broke a big blue plate. Oh no. I think I was like dyslexic as a kid. Look how I wrote oh no. That's like some real dyslexic type junk. A snowman I would like to have in my yard. I guess I wanted like a really like weird hippie snowman with like holly for the nose. I don't even know what the hair would be. Like, what even is that? And I think like I tried to make this after I drew it. I was like, ooh, I want to try to make that now. I was such a weird child. I can't even defend myself. Ask your mom or dad to write about the day you were born. I didn't ask them to do anything in this book. I'm just like, I'll take matters into my own hands and I'll just draw it. So that doctor is so creepy. Like, do you see that? Creepiness. It doesn't have a neck and it just like looks freaky. Like, ugh. But those are cute. Look how cute. I guess that's me as a baby and that's my brother. I don't know who that is right there saying no or on or whatever they're saying. I don't even know. This is a toy I had since I was a baby. Yep, we can all tell that that's a binky. So I want to find my daddy issues. Alright, I think we're approaching them. My mom used to like cut hair. Yeah. So I guess that's her cutting my hair. Dad likes to do this when he's not working. Thank you, childhood Adria, for confirming that 20-year-old Adria is not crazy. So basically, I thought all of like my daddy issues and stuff like was not real. I thought like I had just like thought it up or like so much time has passed I couldn't really remember everything. But This is what my dad likes to do when he's not working. Kind of says a lot. I like it when my mom, alright, can you all tell what gaming system that is? I think we can all tell. If you were a 90s kid like me, that is clearly a Nintendo 64. My mom used to play all the time with me when I was little, me and my sisters, and the thing was, we only had 3 Nintendo 64 remotes, and then I remember we were gonna get a 4th one, but then, like, they stopped selling them. This is like when Nintendo 64, like, was dying off, so we only had 3 remotes forever, and I was one of 4 siblings, and then my mom would like to play, so we all just had to like kind of take turns, and I felt like it made it more interesting because we'd be like, ooh, I'm playing winner and all that stuff. So having 3 remotes is kind of cool, especially with Mario Kart, and you have 3 siblings, so it's like, you know, you're actually competing for a spot to play. I guess I was a violent child because a rule we have at our house is no hitting, and this looks like me hitting one of my twin sisters. I don't ever remember hitting them though. They drove me kind of batty. They still do. So, it happens. My favorite movie is Toy Story. Isn't that cute? You can clearly tell what that is, right? Like, I didn't even have to say what that was. You knew what that was. The best part of that movie was when, can we tell what scene that is? Guess, guess, guess. Yes, it's when Andy found them in the box in the car, and yeah. The worst part of that movie was when, oh, Buzz was in the claw machine. My favorite meal at home is pizza and salad, milk, and cookies. Nutritious. Alright, well basically I drew myself like a box. Today is St. Patrick's Day. This is what I wore today. That is green. I remember I wore my Nana's sweater, and she still has it, and I still know exactly what it was. I was just like so tiny that like this... It was basically what I looked like. It was so oversized on me. My favorite store is Toys R Us. That was actually what our Toys R Us looked like. I don't know if they looked like that everywhere, but the one near me, it was actually like rainbow on the outside. It was so freaking cool, and yeah, I wanted to go there a lot. If I were taller, I could reach, oh, the knock on the door. That's an odd thing. Do they even have those? I don't even think they put those on houses anymore because of doorbells. Whatever. Ask your dad to write what he did for fun when he was your age. We can clearly see how I felt about that. Looks like my little sisters decided to get their hands on my book and destroy it. That pizza's pretty banging. Ugh. The best present I ever gave to my mom was, aw, that's cute. I guess I like made her like a Valentine or like something. Or maybe that means I just gave her my love. I don't really know. It's up for interpretation, really. The best present I ever gave to my dad was, you can clearly see I wrote nothing there and drew that. As a 6-year-old, I was only 6 years old and I did this. Like, really? These childhood issues are really reaching the surface right about now. A bad habit that I have is, does this really need any elaboration? 3 good rules parents should have for kids are, don't pick my nose and chew my tongue, hit my brother or sisters. May I just say, I don't pick my nose anymore, but I do chew my tongue, and it's like when I'm doing something and I'm like really focusing, when I'm really like concentrating. And Brandon does it too. It's so weird. Like, I've never really met anybody else that does it besides myself, but it's been a habit that I can't really break. Ask your mom or dad to write about how they chose your first name. I think I just asked my mom and she got it from the Bible. This page is very kind of sad, like, but I don't really have shame because this was so long ago. It originally said, I like it when my dad, but I changed it to, I hate it when my dad, and then I wrote, take me to his house. It says tack, but it's supposed to be take. I hated going to my dad's house as a kid because we all know my parents are divorced. And I hated going to his house, so I hate it when my dad smokes. He would just always smell like smoke and everything just smelled like smoke, and I just hate it. Hate it. I'm just like, I don't want to be around people that smoke. I'm done. And if my kid ever smoked, I would bash them over the head. At Easter, I like to dye eggs with my family. I can draw an Easter picture. I wrote, I did it. I was so sassy. Like, what the heck, man? That's like a little attitude over here. It's a pretty good flower. This is my favorite neighbor. Yep, I still don't like people. Not much has changed there either. A quiet game I like to play is nothing. Everything I play is loud. That's a little too obnoxious. I want to go back and like slap my 6-year-old self for being such a little biatch. Can draw a pretty butterfly. I can draw a pretty May basket. What the heck is a May basket? Alright, like, where did I get this attitude from? That's what I would like to know. Like, I know I still have an attitude to this day. I don't deny that. But it's just like, really? When I'm really mad, I look like this. Spitting image. My favorite ice cream is, yeah, Cockolate. My favorite stuffed animal is Jet. Here's Jet now. Even still, I still have him and I can't sleep without him. It's so funny. Like, I never thought that 20-year-old Adria would still have Jet and love Jet. I thought I would like grow up out of everything, but no. Some things really do stay the same. Where is it? Where is it? Cockolate. The most expensive thing I own is probably my headgear. Yep, I had to wear headgear around my head as a child and I had to sleep in it. I don't know how long I had it for, but it felt like forever. Can you imagine sleeping with the rings of Saturn around your face? Could you just think about that for a second? Yeah, that was my 6-year-old self sleeping with a metal thing around my face. It was very uncomfortable. Yeah. My favorite TV show is SpongeBob. It's pretty good SpongeBob. And we'll just leave it at my name because I think the rest of the book, I really like crossed out a lot. I didn't really do much of like the rest of the book, really. As you can see, the next page has an X on it. Like, I really just kind of like lost interest in it, I think. But yeah, before this video gets too long and my battery's dying, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned some things about me. It's kind of weird, my little childhood brain. I was so like obnoxious, it seems like. Although I still am. I don't know. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Panda hugs. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, I just hit myself in the face. It's for little kids, because little kids like to draw. Can telemarketers leave me alone? I didn't actually say it. I mouthed it. Focus, please, focus. I had 4 siblings. I didn't have 4 siblings. Alright. Ah, I just lost my page. No!